Yo, what up, people? It has been way too long since I last posted a video on here, and I kind of feel bad. I'm gonna have mixed emotions about it. Part of me just doesn't, I don't know, part of me gets frustrated when I feel obligated to update people or to post things, I feel like it's just kind of like force create. I just feel like I'm forcing something, and it doesn't feel quite right. But regardless of that, I do still enjoy updating people on where I'm at and doing it in my own little fun, creative way. So, here's a quick update. Right now, I'm actually in Indiana, I think. I don't really know. Uh, I'm in Indiana, I'm pretty sure. And I'm currently about to walk into a fucking Cracker Barrel, baby. Whoop, whoop. Cracker Barrel's fuck. Cracker Barrel's fuck, and everybody knows it. And that's why I'm here to not only eat, but also to spend the night. Uh, as some of you may know, Cracker Barrels are actually really van life friendly, or really like camper friendly. Most of them will allow overnight parking. Uh, so yeah, I'm about to walk in this motherfucker and give you guys kind of a hopefully a brief update that doesn't. It's gonna be very simple. This isn't gonna be a cute, crazy, cool video. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna keep it simple, get to the point, update you guys on where I'm at in my update you guys on where I'm at in my life and kind of what some of my goals are and where I'm gonna be here soon. So, what's up, man? Hey, welcome in. Thank you, thank you. How many for you? Just one. Just one, all right. Yes, sir. Perfect, brother. Thank you. I just ordered pancake tacos. What? I'm excited for that. Um, but so here I am at Cracker Barrel in Indiana, and that might be confusing for a lot of people, right? At least if you've strictly been following my YouTube channel and not following my other social media and shit, or just like been talking to me in real life, that might be really confusing because I think last time I was even on YouTube, I was in Colorado. So since then, a lot has happened, but here's the gist of it in kind of a nice brief segment of let's catch up with Opie. um, so I ended up going back to my home state of Iowa after my Colorado adventure. Um, I went back for like a month and a half, renovated the van, ended up doing a few upgrades, enough to the point that I actually want to make enough upgrades to the point where I actually want to make a what's it called, like an update video on my van build, right? Like it's the interior is pretty like dramatically different from what I used to have it. I optimized a bunch of storage. It looks great. It's working awesome so far. But point being is I went home, I did that. Now I'm back out into the States, right? Now the adventure kind of begins again, right? So I am currently on my way to the state of Delaware, which is kind of random, but I'm going to Delaware to do a 10-day meditation retreat. Uh, to dive into that a little bit, this meditation retreat is studying one of the oldest Buddhist techniques of meditation, if not the oldest. I want to say I heard somewhere that it was the oldest Buddhist meditation technique, but the technique itself is called Vipassana. And so I will be spending, starting on the 23rd, so we're going to here in a couple days, I will be spending 10 hours a day for 10 days straight doing nothing but eating. I'm sorry, 10 hours a day meditating, and time spent outside of that will be uh, eating and sleeping. Like it's a really intensive, uh, or it's a seemingly really intensive meditation retreat. It's not something that I'm expecting to go to kick up my feet and have somebody rub my toes and shit. It's not like a relaxation thing. It's very much, um, you come here to learn this and then get the fuck out. Like I mean, respectfully, of course, but From my understanding, that's what it's all about: is really sinking your mind into this technique of meditating, which is called vipassana. I don't know if I already mentioned that. Um, and the meaning of vipassana means to see things as they really are, which is real kind of loose endy, right? Kind of like that's a cool cliffhanger, right? Um, but no, I think I've actually been studying and practicing a version of Vipassana for the past couple of, not even couple of months, for the past like half year or so. So with that in mind, I'm actually kind of expecting to. I think I know what I'm getting into. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I know what I'm getting into, and I'm stoked. Regardless, even if it's not at all what I think it is, I'm still gonna I'm still gonna kick it, and I'm still gonna dive in and see what happens. Um, I would love to make a video on my pre thoughts to this whole meditation thing and my post thoughts. Because this is going to be I think it's regardless of if you're into meditation or not, regardless if you're into this space or not, or even halfway interested in it, you can't tell me that a human being going somewhere for 10 days straight and taking a vow of silence, mind you, to just do nothing but think for 10 hours and to do nothing but sit and think for 10 hours a day for 10 days straight, you can't tell me that that sounds like that doesn't catch your attention a little bit, you know? Because what the fuck? Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Um, no, of course there's people who are interested in this shit, like myself. So, anyways, um, oh god, I feel like a little bit of anxiety because I feel like weird because I'm recording myself in public. Um, and I look around and every now and then I catch somebody looking at me, but I don't know. I kind of don't care. I'm never gonna be here again, you know. Uh, anyways, so after that 10-day meditation retreat, I will then be heading to the spot in which I'm actually going to kind of dig my heels in, right, and really dive into the culture for at least 3 months, and that is Asheville, North Carolina. Uh, I, I might have mentioned Asheville at some point on the channel here, but I think for the most part, I've just been talking about Asheville amongst my homies and shit. But so Asheville, from my understanding, is supposed to be this real, like, young, hippie-friendly, interesting place. So I'm moving there. Unfucking real. Actually, I'll be staying probably mostly in a little town outside of Asheville called Leicester. Uh, I mentioned that because I actually already have a job lined up there as a recovery guide at a wilderness therapy recovery center for uh, people who are recovering from like substance abuse issues. Motherfuckers walk in there and they go there. From my understanding, and mind you, I'm not fully educated on this quite yet, but from my understanding, individuals come to this recovery center as they're trying to get away from their substance abuse issues, and they go here to get outdoors, right? Like, so what I'm going to be doing as a guide is working directly with the clients and taking them outdoors, like backpacking, hiking, rock climbing, just doing activities with them to, I guess, I'm sure to some extent with the intention of and unpacking their like experience as a drug addict, and maybe like working through like difficult emotions and shit with them about that kind of stuff, which is totally something I'm so fucking stoked about, dude. Like, oh my god, I can only imagine it's going to be unbelievable. The amount of experiences or the kinds of experiences I can have at a job like this. Not only like internally but externally too, right? Like I fully expect, well, I fully anticipate challenge and opportunities for self growth. So sign me up, baby. I'm excited. Uh, so yeah, that's where I'm here. Uh, Starting in the middle of September, I will be living officially in North Carolina out of my vano. So yeah, that's pretty much. I think that's kind of all I wanted to do in this little update video. Uh, So I don't think I've ever had grits before. I mean, I have, but I don't remember what I put in it. And it's kind of bland, so I put a thing of Splenda in that motherfucker, and it's pretty good. Gosh, yeah. Yeah. I was just. Here's a quick side note that I feel called to share. Um, I've actually. I don't know how long it's really going to take me to unpack this, but dude, I have evolved so much as a human being since, not even just since the Colorado trip, but during the Colorado trip and even before that, like it's fucking crazy to me. Ooh, wow! As I sit in in this perspective right now and share it with you guys, it really is absurd to me how fucking fast life can get going. And I feel like a little part of me is like, whoa, like can we slow down and unravel things a little bit? I mean, I feel like I do a pretty good job of that in my journaling that I do every night, but I don't know. I don't know. But it's crazy. Example being, as I was pulling into this Cracker Barrel, I was listening to country music voluntarily. All right. So a version of me from 5 years ago would have genuinely thought that I was unwell, that I was mentally unwell if I ever voluntarily listened to country music. Right. Like I fucking hated country music, despised it, and like I mean I've always kind of fucked with like John Denver and Willie Nelson, but apparently that's folk, whatever the fuck that means. Point is now I listen to what I forget the name of the guy, but the name of the song is "Till You Can't." If you got a chance, take it. I've been like banging that shit. I found that country music is very, first of all, it's way more relatable than hip hop. Okay, I've been a hip hop guy since the day for as long as I can remember. Like hip hop has been my number one genre, right? But I don't kill people, and I don't sell cocaine. So hip hop has been like fun to thump to. But like this country song that sings about taking chances and chasing dreams, um, it's something that I can actually relate to. And I find that when I'm belting it, when I'm singing that shit and fucking slamming that shit in my band, I feel that way more than I do or when YG is talking about the things that YG talks about. Uh, why, for those who don't know, YG is a real dirty, gritty, modern rapper. I don't know how else to describe him. I love a lot of his music, but it's nothing. I've never been able to relate to that. I've only been able to imagine myself in their shoes. So with that being said, oh my god, I totally went off on a fucking tangent there. But point is, I listen to country music now. What the fuck is going on? Where am I? Who am I? I don't know. So, ladies and gents, soon enough, my pancake tacos will be arriving, and I'm going to indulge. Despite it being past my eating schedule, um, I got a chance, and I'm gonna take it, baby. Thank you for watching. Ooh, one more thing I just thought about mentioning is that at that 10-day retreat, I'm actually going to be not consuming meat. Like they only have vegan food, and that's their food is the only food I can get. So that'll be interesting. Um, I've been actually wanting to try the veganism diet for a while now. So maybe I'll take this opportunity as maybe I'll take that retreat as kind of a kickstart to me giving it a whirl. I don't know. I'll fuck around and find out.